Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm getting closer, okay? It's 6 o'clock. I've been up for like 20 minutes, so I'm getting closer and closer to being up at 5 again. Yesterday, I got up at 4, but that's because I was sick. Okay. We are going to have some fun. I found this self-care book again in my stash this morning, and when I looked at today's date, which is March 19th, it said Journal Easy. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, yeah, gotta talk and share that one with everyone. So this little book, we haven't dived much into this because the other one was not great, but I think this is a different author. I hope so. Okay, March 19th, Journal Easy. One of the best therapies for your mental health is regular journaling. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming to sit down and craft words. You may feel at a loss for what to write down or how to write it. It can be tempting to censor yourself because you imagine your journal has an outside audience. I have been there. Practice journaling by writing a few words on a sticky note every day. Whatever comes to mind that day, write it down. You can start with a feeling, like I feel, and write why. It can be that easy. So I thought that was a really great one. We should definitely dive back into this book. And I just need copious amounts of bookmarks, I think, you guys. Right now I have a scrap of paper. It always seems like that's how that goes. Okay, so let me get the video open so I can see everyone who's here and say good morning. There y'all are. Well, good morning, Natasha and Jennifer and Angie. Good morning. Okay, I have this rock that is covered with gesso. I'm wanting to turn it into a paperweight, and we covered this with gesso in my last live, and now I want to find an image. I want a person, and I thought I'd pull one from this book here. This is Even More Extraordinary Things to Cut Out and Collage. Just gotta find the right person in the right pose. I think there's some sumos in here, if I'm not mistaken. I keep trying to open this book and thumb through it. It has a lot more images than the old one that I used. And so I'm trying to familiarize myself with the images inside of it. Oh, that's kind of fun. She's sitting and reading the paper all barefoot in the sunshine. I actually really like that one. Oh, and I don't think this is intentional. I think this book had misprint. I was wondering that the last time I had this book open. I was like, whoa, is that intentional? No, I've seen the same pink ink in other places on the book, but it's fine. Luckily, it's over this dark skin honey, so you can't even tell. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so that's kind of the end of people. So maybe her. I like her. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. You type like me. Especially early in the morning or in the afternoon or evening, whenever, really. I thought it would be kind of funny to have a diver too, like diving into a book or whatever. And since this is a rock, I thought that that would be pretty funny. So when I've been thinking about this little rock sitting on my desk, and I had thought, a diver might be kind of funny. So I'll mark that page. Okay, this is where we started. Let's go this way. Oh, I don't think that's the end of people, honestly. Yeah, I was like, I think there's more. Oh, there's sumos. They're wrestling. I'm good. I don't need that. What I kind of wanted was somebody with like their hand out, like they were pushing on something. Let's see if there's, yeah, I think there's just more people sprinkled throughout, which is totally fine with me. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with a cat the other day. We went to the pet supermarket, is what it's called. And I used to have a Vespa. Mine wasn't pink, mine was turquoise. Oh, mine looked like that. It was baby blue and turquoise. Ha! Okay. I was 13. My dad bought me one. Okay. Anyways, I was at the pet supermarket and we were just there to get some treats. And what do you know? They had an adoption for 2 cats, and one of them was as sweet as pie. I wanted to bring her home, but my husband and my daughter are both allergic, and my daughter is like almost anaphylactic allergic, like highly allergic. So it's a no-go, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I remember her too. I really like her. I think I'm gonna, will she fit on here? I think we can make it work. I think we're gonna do her. I remember really liking her painting with her canvas. Okay. Hey Barbie. We are a bunch of early birds around here. That's right. Good morning. Okay. I'm tearing right at the part where I want. Oh, I love this. I love it when books do this. They have the shadow of the image on the printed on the back. That's not thin paper. That's actually printed on there, in case you're wondering. And I love it when collage books do that. I know exactly where my item is. Okay. I think I want her. I just love her. I think she's fabulous. I love that she has her pants rolled up. I imagine that she's barefoot and she's outside doing plein air painting. Well, so much for, I've got more rocks. Well, that's for one. I've got more rocks. So the lazy girl, she's not being lazy. She's resting. What is she reading? Why is she reading that? No, she's not reading that. Not in my book. Okay, well, she and I think divers, like this girl just diving in would be super fun. I really like her. She's going all in. Okay. So let's just work on this little paperweight a little bit. I'm just going to grab whatever I have on my desk. These paints, I was doing some, I didn't clean up after myself. I was doing some gel printing the other day, and I have all these like pastels right here. So that's what we're going to use right here. And let's just paint this on. It took the gesso like a really long time to dry the other day because it's a rock. It's cold. Now this is not all we're gonna do today, you guys. I just keep kind of working on this project little by little. And I've had a couple of people request, hey, next time can you work on that rock again? I have a bunch of rocks. I want to make paperweights. So, you know, got to give the people what they want. All right. So I kind of want my rock to be, I'm gonna cover up the white gesso. But I like the idea of even on the front seeing having the rock as my border. Now my friend Rhonda said that she's had luck with people and known people to have luck using Mod Podge on a rock. So my idea was to paint a foreground on it, kind of like what we're doing, and then collage on top of that. But I love the idea that if I can use Mod Podge of just cutting out figures and gluing them to rocks and just having the rock back there. I think I might paint, once this dries, happy little clouds on here. Bob Ross would be so proud of her, painting the happy clouds. It's going to be a tough fit, but I think she'll fit on there. We can make it work. Okay, so this is going to need time to dry. So this is why we were working on this little by little. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to do some mixed media, and we're going to play with some stamps that my friend Desiree sent me. I'd include a thank you. And we're just going to have some fun. We're going to have some mixed media fun today. So buckle up, grab a treat. Let's hang out. Thanks for being here. Hello, Miss Vicky and Paula and Kim. Oh, sorry, Kim. It's really early for Kim, y'all. Hi, Esther. Good afternoon to you. She is fab, isn't she? I want to be her. Why can't that be my job? All right. Okay, so let's, what about underneath her? So if that is her sky, I don't think, is this green enough? I don't know if that's green enough to be the ground. We don't really, it's on a rock. We'll do one of my favorites, this yellow. Just a dab will do. This is Apple Barrel Golden Sunset. Oh yeah. Oh, why is that? I was just cleaning off my brush and I did it on my hand and I'm like, why is it that color of all colors? This is the wet brush I just used to paint this color. My glass of water is not that dirty. I just used it for the first time yesterday. There must have been some residual. Sometimes my brushes don't get cleaned like they should. I can admit that. That's probably something residual from the last project I used them on. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh my goodness. Could not have gone live yesterday. I was sick. But luckily by midday I was feeling better. I do not know what is on this brush, y'all. I was back at work feeling better, so that was really good. All right. I've got it clean enough. I came down low with the horizon line because my only complaint about this book is a lot of the images are cut off, like her legs. So I brought the horizon line down on my rock because she's not complete. We're not getting the full view, right? So I thought that would be important. We could always put something beneath her, but like, I don't know what that would be. So I think it's going to be kind of funny to have a yellow ground for her. No part of this has to be realistic. It's just a paperweight. Okay. Now, let's put that to the side. We've come a long way. We've got paint and an image. Look at us go. Okay, next up. I've been wanting to play with these stamps ever since Desiree sent them to me. She's such a sweetheart. She's one of the most generous people, her and my mom. Okay. All right, so I've been wanting to play with these. This one I just kind of want to put with my Easter paper, and I want to continue to smash my paper stash. And this month for Paper Stash Smash, the collab, it's 6x8 paper, which I happen to make 6x8 paper, so I have plenty. And I have a couple that I need to use up. So these three right here only have, like, this one has 3 sheets in it, the Gilded Rose. I don't know how many the page turner has. And then we have this Easter one. So I might incorporate these with the stamps is the plan. And I want to do some mixed media. So I got out this Easter one she sent me. Well, it's actually, yeah, Easter blueprint. Even though my papers have a lot of focal points, you can bring in other stamps and things. So I thought we'd play with that. And then I have been really wanting to play with these guys. I love the stamp set. I love the bullseye, the dots, the crosses, the numbers. How old? What's up? You good? Guess who? I like those sentiments. And ever since I opened this, I saw the Mad Hatter. I thought it would be so fun to turn these guys into the Mad Hatter. So let's make some kind of Alice-ish cards as well. And I think for those, we will use the Gilded Rose. And you know, I think it'll be, so we've got the Easter pad for Easter. And then I think we'll use a combination between Page Turner and Gilded Rose for our Mad Hatter. Soon to be Mad Hatter. And he actually looks mad. Okay, let's have some fun. Hi, Miss Danny. Or sorry, Di. Hi, Diana. Right, Paula? I think she's great too. It would look like Big Pill if I'd put the horizon line in the middle. I never even thought of that, Angie, and you're so right. Okay, so I have all these little bits, and this is what I have left of the paper pad. So I'm zooming through here. I have just about 2 sheets, and some I only have 1. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip these. So, oh my gosh, I saw these cards. I don't even know how Linda made them, but she made them with this paper. They were so cool on her Instagram yesterday. Yeah, I'm just going to flip these because I basically have 1 of each. This one, I only have 1 sheet left. And there we go. Now when I flip through here, I can see the different sides that I have left. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now, let's first, so I am going to think about, you know, it's pastels. It's like with this, I tried to keep a pretty shabby chic color palette, but I had to add a little bit of sunset in there as well. But it's pretty soft. Hi, Bethany. Good morning. Are you happy to have the hubs back? Is he feeling loved and missed as though he was missed? Okay, let's play. I like all of these images. I think they're all really pretty cool. They're not really pretty. They're pretty cool. Okay, I think Tim's nephew or somebody and his family came up with these and drew these. All of the blueprint sketches. I remember him saying something like that in his lives. And I have one, well, prior to Desiree sending me her collection of them, I had one of them previously. They're just kind of quirky and cool, and I like them. Obviously, we're about to play with them. Okay, so I need to decide what, I need to have an idea. Why don't I look at Kendra's card sketch? We're almost done, you guys, with number 17. And I've had the most fun with this. At the end of March, it's all over for, I mean, the great thing is if you go pick these up, it's not all over and you can keep playing with them forever. But after this month, I'm going to use these. I'm going to use cards. I'm going to kind of go off 13, 14, and 15. If you need to know more about Kendra's Card Challenge, it's a really cool challenge where you take 6 sheets of 6x6 paper and make 15 cards, and you get it over. You can scan this QR code. You can come back and pause it and scan that and go to her Patreon. But the best place that I recommend is just go to kendrascardchallenges.com, and then she'll have a link to her Patreon, and there's all kinds of levels for you to join, but this is a free sketch and you get 15 sketches. And I think I'm gonna kind of see if I can work with those. All right, we'll see. I'm trying to decide mixed media wise how I want to play. I think let's start with ink smushing, and then we'll transition maybe into watercolor or pencils or markers or something. So let's start by ink smushing some paper. I'm going to get some watercolor paper out. Okay. All right, this place is a mess. Hot mess. All righty. Let's do this. So I'm just gonna get my watercolor out, but you can use ink. And I am just gonna smush. We've done this before. Well, we did that messy watercolor painted background. We're gonna do that again. Get my not so clean water out. It'll have to do. Good thing it's a neutral. It's like a taupe. It'll be fine. Okay. We're going to need kind of copious amounts of paint here for this. I'm going to go ahead and wet all of these colors. All right. While I'm doing this, I can chat with y'all. Yes. Bethany, you're sick? Hope you feel better. Is he Mario's son? Mario's son. That's right. I knew it was somebody in the family. Yes. I love that. It makes them even more special to me. I mean, I just love anything Tim puts out for most, I mean, really, seriously. He never disappoints. But I love that he had Mario's son, you know, draw those up. Makes him even more special. I was trying to decide on my red. Angie, was it you that wanted me to fill my paint pan with y'all? This one probably does need to be topped off. I've had it for years, y'all. I've been using this, only filling it this one time since 2017, I think is when I got this palette. But that's mainly because I have lots of palettes. Okay, I am going, this last time we made this paper, I went wet on wet. So I wet my paper. I did not wet my paper this time. We can wet it now. But that's why we're kind of getting this stagnated effect. We won't anymore. But it was because my paper was dry. Once you go wet on wet, then you'll get the mixing. Yeah, well, let's do a little more yellow. Clean my brush too soon. When you go wet on wet and you notice how the colors start blending like this, you really want to make sure you're conscious of what colors you put next to each other. Like if we just stick to primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, we won't have a problem. It's when you introduce secondary colors like green, any of your secondary colors, purple, all those, that's when you'll start getting mud. But if we stick to primaries, we won't have to worry about it. I am coloring this paper. I'm going to stamp the blueprints on top of it. So we're going to have to dry it. And I'm going to use some secondary colors. I'm going to be real wild and put some green by a red. So when you're doing this, red and green are complementary colors. And when they mix together, you get mud. But when green and blue mix together, you get blue-green, right? So you just have to be aware. I mean, just play and have fun. I don't mind a little mud from time to time. It just gives it that aged, grungy look. We're always grunging things up anyways. Might as well just create it from the get-go. But yeah, it's going to darken that green now because I kind of got some of the red going in there. These colors are pretty bold. They're not so pastel, but that's okay. Let's do a little orange. I rarely pick orange, but let's do it. Now, orange and red will be fine next to each other. Orange and green are going to be muddy, and so is orange and blue. But that's okay. We will survive. Put a little orange up here. I'm going to have to splatter some color on this too, because this is a big lake of blue right here. And I like that it's granulating on me. That's pretty cool. But when we think back to our images, they're small. So if I don't mix the colors more closely and splatter and maybe add another layer, like I won't get all the colors in one shot. You know, depending on where I stamp it, I'm going to get a lot of yellow and blue right there. Here, I'm going to get mostly green. Here, I'll get red and orange. So if I want more variation than that, I'm going to have to group my colors closer together. So something to think about. Let me move my paper over. So I think for now though, because I kind of have this thing going on, these big swatches going on, I'm gonna go ahead and go with making big swatches, and then I'm gonna dry it a little bit and I'll come in and I'll add smaller swatches on top. What do we want up here? Let's do blue. Play nice. Play nice, you two. Don't go crazy on me. All right. So this is like a mop brush, in case you're wondering. It's nice to work with one of these big brushes when you're really trying to cover some area. So this is a Zen brand, line from Royal Langnickel. But you don't need any special brush. Okay, so what I'm going to do is dry this a little bit. Now, watercolor always dries back, so, but this is still going to be pretty bold. That's okay, it's a focal point. So let me hang out with y'all. Mop brush is so cool because it just holds so much water and you can cover a nice big area. You know, you can imagine if I was trying to get that same effect with a tiny brush, I'm sure you could get there, but it would be not as much fun. Oh, cool, Linda. You sent me a link to the YouTube video to figure out how you made those cards. They were so cool. Mario is Tim's partner. He's always in his lives. If you watch any of Tim Holt's lives, he's the bald guy with the big smile. I like Mario. He has such a good energy about him. He's so supportive of Tim, and you can tell he's his biggest cheerleader and #1 supporter, and I just love that. I love that for those two. Okay, let's see. I knew they weren't going to play nice, and the reason they really didn't play nice over here is because I laid down the orange. It was super wet, and then I laid down the blue. It's not the paint's fault. It was my fault. If I had let this dry a little more, I could have put the blue there and it wouldn't have run down so much, but it's fine. It's fine. And see the mud we got here? So this is the pure orange. This is the muddy orange because it got blue in it, blue and green. when I tell you all this color theory stuff, the thing I don't want to do is discourage you. Whoops, I put my finger in that. Discourage you from trying. Like, just play. Like, that's not a bad result. This right here, I love this color. So don't be intimidated. And like I said, if when you first start, just use primary colors. Just use red, yellow, and blue, and you won't fail. You'll get green. You get all the colors of the rainbow. You'll get the green and the orange and the purple when you use those colors. A lot of people work from a really limited palette, like a primaries palette, because it teaches you about color mixing. Other people, like Jane Davenport, not that she doesn't know about colors, because she does, would rather just have a palette that's already mixed. And I understand that. I have lots of those as well. So a palette like, let's see, this one, for instance, it just has a lot of pre-mixed colors. This one's really drying out. I don't ever use it, is why. I don't even know where my swatch card is for this one. I got this one, and like the next day got one that Rhonda made for me, and I chose Rhonda's over this one. So I need to give it some more love. You don't need all these palettes. I just love watercolor, so I have all these palettes. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Hot Mess Express, Bethany. Oh my goodness. My goodness. My husband's back is terrible, y'all. He throws it out all the time. So I get it, Bethany. You had your watercolors out yesterday. Okay. I love watercolor, is definitely like my favorite medium when it comes to color. Watercolor. For sure. Sean, hey dude. I was thinking about your card this morning. I'm going to share it on my Instagram. Did you put me as a collaborator? I don't know. If not, I'll just share it. But the card that you made with the Zentangle stamps and the Crafty Queen, and I loved the flowers at the top. It was so cool. I loved that. See, Dawn loves some mud. So yeah, and I second that, Diane. Don't forget to take care of yourself, Bethany. Hey, look who I got on my watch. Watch this. I was really sad because y'all know I got that Minnie Mouse watch in the Disney trip, and then but I really kind of needed to go back to this one to record my steps and stuff. And then I was looking through the faces and I was like, oh, look who I can get. And she's wearing the same outfit as my other watch, and she talks to me, so it's all good. I'm good. All right. Let's, because these aren't close enough for me, but I've got a dry sheet of paper again, we're going to go back in and we are going to add another layer of color on top. Okay, so this is watercolor. It will reactivate on me. I'm not going to add a ton. I'm just going to add it in a couple of places. So let me get everything back out. That's right, Frankie. This is the rainbow watercolor. That's right. You need to get a bigger palette to fill. It is nice having a big palette. I like a plastic palette. I typically don't like things in plastic, but I do like this plastic palette. I don't know why, I just do. It's what they came with. And I thought initially, oh, I'm probably going to want to move that to a metal palette, but turns out I like it. Okay, now I'm not wanting to reactivate the whole thing. I don't want to spray water on it. I want it pretty dry. I'm going to add this here. And what I'm going to do is come in and just add little pops of color. And that way I do get a little bit of a rainbow in each one of the areas. I'm loving the orange. I'm going to add a little more orange in places. Let's add some orange up here. Let's add some orange right here. You could have done this, by the way, if I was paying attention as I went. I could have done this while it was all wet. I'm adding this second step because I wasn't paying attention. And I was just playing with watercolor and having fun. So I kind of added a second step for myself. I don't know if that yellow is going to be dark enough. Let's do some mixing. This yellow will be dark enough. Let's add some yellow up here. And let's add some yellow down here. And you can make these blobs look more organic, you know? I just don't want to water them out too much. Let's add some pink. Right here. I guess it's more red than pink. It's fine. And let's add some down here. And then I'm going to spread this out a little bit. And then I need to add a little color over here. It's just very green and very blue. So, well, I think I want more. Let's use this opera. Should have been using that the whole time. Or this isn't opera. Which one is this? Bright opera. It is opera. Okay. Add some bright opera over there. Okay. We may not use this whole sheet of paper. Add a patch of blue. Okay, I'm almost done. This is the last one. Let's add this patch of blue up here. That's really dark. Okay. I think that'll do. I am also going to splatter. Let's dry this a little bit. Hey, Nima. I know, I have ceramic palettes too. And I thought, man, I'm probably not gonna like plastic, but I ended up liking the plastic. I like it because I can travel with it and it's lightweight. And that's one thing I like about it. Although the metal ones feel safer to travel because I don't have to worry about busting them. It's a weird sound. These two are mixing down here. I had yellow and pink, and they're mixing, and I'm getting like a fired brick red. Not what I want, so I'm gonna just kind of mop that up a little bit. Now I had full puddles, and this blue is more than I want. Like it's dark, so I'm gonna mop that up too. I don't want it to be that dark. Just kind of mop them all up a little bit. I know, Bethany is got a lot going on with littles. That's so cool. Enjoy every moment, Bethany, because they grow up way too fast. I'm one of those people who's always busy, and I really wish I wasn't. I wish I was better at not always being a busybody, especially now that my kids are just getting too big too fast. I know your littles are still little. The last conversation I had with my dad, he said, the only thing I regret is not spending more time with you guys. And he said, don't go chasing big job titles. Don't go chasing a big career. You don't need it. All you need, you have in those kids. And at the end of your life, that's all you'll care about. So don't even waste your time with big titles and big jobs. And I've been offered them, and I pass them up. I always choose my kids. Bye, babe. Love you. You too. Okay. So I'm just going to dab up anything that still looks wet. I think we've got it all. So we can move to the next phase here. We're good. All right. Let's move to the next phase. And uh-oh, that one's still wet, I can tell. There we go. Let's stamp on these. I think the best thing to do though is cut it out first. Oh, I should have told him everyone says bye. Everyone says bye. But he's gone. He's already gone. All right. This is 4 inches by 3 by 4. Okay. That's easy for my brain to remember. Great. This one's not. This is more like 3.5 by 3.5. Here comes a Post-it. I need to sharpen my pencil. Okay. See what else we're working with. The soon-to-be chocolate bunny is 3 by 4. Cool. I need 2 of those. And then the nest, oh, we have a butterfly. Oh yeah, we did the butterfly. Okay. Who's going to be like a 3.5 by 3? I want them kind of close. I don't want a lot of, I'll do 2 3.5 by 3.5. We can trim some off if we want. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm writing down these sizes and going ahead and cutting my images out. It does not work well for me personally to try to stamp these out. I mean, you can, there's nothing wrong with it. I find you just have to leave more space to stamp these out and then cut them out. So I'm gonna cut it out first. All right, let's do this. I really liked that, the idea of the Easter egg having more colors. We'll see. We'll not be picky. We'll get what we get. I'm liking this side of the paper more. So let's start over here. All right. So we needed 2 at 3.5 by 3.5. Let's do this. This is mostly green, so I'm gonna turn it that way. And this was I think this one will go well for that. And then this will be the nest, the bird's nest. Okay, and we've got a scrap. All right, next we needed 3 by 4. I'm gonna give myself, I'm gonna do 4.25. So now I've got this scrap, yay. And 3.25. Why not? I think I like this side better. Scrap. All right. Chocolate bunny. Butterfly. Butterfly. Chocolate bunny. All right. I'm going to use my foam pad. Even though these are red rubber, they're going to stamp beautifully, and I know that. I'm still going to put a foam pad underneath them. All right, now there's another decision to make, and that is deciding what kind of, how I'm going to color these in, because that is going to determine the ink I use, right? So I'm not going to use watercolor again. So I'll use my Memento. I'll probably use colored pencil, but we'll see. I might use alcohol markers. And alcohol markers are transparent, which is why I'm leaning towards colored pencils. I can go more opaque with them. I also have my acrylic markers, so those would be more opaque. Hi Reagan, how's it going? You like to color before you stamp? Yeah, it's nice to give it a background. Okay, so that one's done. Thank you for your service, chocolate bunny. I'm gonna make it a chocolate bunny. Oh, it says chocolate. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a chocolate bunny. It could be white chocolate. That would be kind of cute if we made it a white chocolate, even though that's really not chocolate, but whatever. Some people like it. Not me, but some people. I am not a white chocolate fan. The only way I like white chocolate is on a pretzel. That's the only way. I don't even like it in macadamia nut cookies. I mean, I'll eat one if it's the only cookie available, but it's not my favorite. I wish they'd make like milk or dark chocolate macadamia cookies. Why is it always white? Oh, the cookie dilemmas in my brain. These would probably be better if I would put them in. I know they would be better if I'd put it in a stamp positioning tool, because I'm stamping on watercolor paper, and so I'm not getting the best impression. But I'm going to stay consistent, and I'm going to keep not getting the best impression, and I'm going to be okay with it. Yeah, I actually did the whole watercolor background in case I didn't want to color. We could color highlights that way. You've been getting your colored pencils out a lot more, Vicki. That's good. I like colored pencils. Okay, and last one, the egg. White chocolate cheesecake with blueberries. I could be talked into that. Oh, there are these snacks called Drizzlicious. You know, I had to try them. The name was too fabulous. And they have chocolate. But they, okay, I'm okay with white chocolate drizzled on things. I like a white chocolate drizzle. Like a strawberry dipped in milk chocolate with a white chocolate drizzle. I'm down with that. Or these Drizzlicious little snacks. They're like rice cakes, chocolate rice cakes with white chocolate drizzled on them. Yeah. So it's not a hard and fast rule. It also depends on the time of day. I get a lot less picky as the day goes on. By the end of the day, I have a lot less I guess I don't hold back. Okay. You know, they're sketchy images, so I kind of like that they're sketchy stamping. My stamping is sketchy just like the images. Okay. Let's put them back, all of them, because it would be easy for me to misplace this sheet. It went something like this. Okay. So now we have these images. I'm going to pick my papers. I like them. They turned out a lot brighter than I was originally thinking. I was going to go for something more muted like this, but we can make them work. Okay, so they could definitely work with like this paper. I think they can work with this paper, and we know they can work with that paper. And I think that's it. Oh, let's grab some grass. Okay. My mom needs more Easter cards, you guys. She's so funny. She like acts like she doesn't like my cards, and then I give her some and she's like, oh yeah, can I get more of those? Not that she doesn't like them, but I don't know. She's funny. Okay. Ooh, I like these two together, I think. Let's pick those to go together. I gave her that whole sheet load of Easter cards, and she needs more, so we'll see. She probably won't like these. I kind of like the plants with the egg too. All right, let's see what the butterfly, that egg needs the grass. I think that would be a lot of fun to use maybe both of these for the egg. Okay. And now the butterfly. Let's put the butterfly on one of these wood pieces. So when I design my paper, I like to do these half sheets. One, because they're so perfect for a 5x7 card, and a A2 card for all those A2 makers out there, which apparently is nearly everyone. And you get more backgrounds. You get more pattern this way. Hey there, Maddie. So, you know, like you immediately get, like I like a big frame around them. But yeah, you get this to play with. Okay, but we're not doing that today. All right, so now these are gonna go with the wood. Let's work on our sketch, and then I'm gonna keep this out because I may need a big sheet of paper. Alrighty, the sketches. I really loved this one. I've only made it one time, maybe twice. I need to make it again. You guys, oh my gosh. Saturday, I've been meaning to tell you, I'm not going to be here on Saturday live, but I'm going to have, because I'm going to have a hop video for you guys, and I can't wait for you to see those cards because they're so much fun. All right, let's maybe do a little coloring before I get too far. I've got my papers. I'm going to bring in my Prismacolors. It doesn't matter what color I'm using. This is Sienna Brown. You just get whatever you have and color with what you have. And your bunny can be white. You'll need to use something very opaque if you were going over watercolor like this. Or your bunny can be brown, or it can be very dark. I'm a milk chocolate girly, so my bunny is going to be milk chocolate. Now I'm going to have to go, it's hard. Colored pencils is not the fast way, okay? It takes layers because you go very lightly. But I'm also not going to try to fill in the paper with this color. I'm not trying to get a fully saturated chocolate bunny. So now I'm going to bring in a darker color, dark umber. Again, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to add a little shading here and there. And I'm not even going to think about it too much. He looks so skinny. Let's give him a dark belly. There we go. This little chocolate bunny looks a little thin. Okay, Now I'm going to go back over it. Sometimes I go back over it with a lighter color. So this is burnt ochre. So I'm going to go back over it with this color we started with first. And then I'm going to do this technique called glazing, and I'm going to glaze it with that lighter color. I'm going to go across this way too to glaze. You don't have to, but this is what I'm doing. Glazing is when you take one color, typically lighter, and you go over the whole thing. And there we go. We have a chocolate bunny. Yay! The bow. The bow, the bow, the bow. Let's do a red or pink bow because there's a little bit down here, but there's not much up here. And it's a complementary color to all that green, so it'll really pop. So let's do a little red bow. I like how sketchy it is and fun. So cute. Okay, so that one's done. Let's work on the nest a bit. Those are robin eggs, right? I don't even think we have to think about it. So I'm only going to color a little bit of them blue because I like that they're multicolored. What we'll focus on is the nest itself. Alrighty. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Just having a little fun, you know. So I'm going to go dark inside the nest because in the nest it's going to be darker. And I know what the inside of the nest is because it's cross-hatched conveniently. And now I'm going to go this lighter brown around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. And I'm not even trying to color it in. I'm just doing some sketchy lines. And that makes me happy. So there's that one. Let's check out the butterfly. Gosh, I thought we were going to make the Mad Hatters today, you guys. Maybe we still can. We can at least make a couple. We still have this. I need to be gone in like 30 minutes. I don't know if that's going to happen at this rate. I'm going to use purple on this one. Let me put these colors back. I'm sometimes terrible about putting my colored pencils away. I'm going to do purple. And I'm only going to do this outside part of the wing. Be a nice contrast with all that orange. I like it. Thing is I want to enjoy spring break. I'm getting to do longer lives during the week because I don't have to rush off to the school bus. And I should rush off to work, but work will be there. Oh, work will be there. Okay. Oh, I missed a spot. Do it something like that. That's good enough for me. And the egg. Let's do a lighter color for the egg. Oh, no, that one's not going to show up, and it needs to be sharpened. Let's do this yellow. I'm going to leave it mostly pastel. Okay. Like, I'm good with that. It doesn't need a lot. All right. I can't help myself. Let's stamp out a couple of Mad Hatters while we're here, while we're hanging out together. Let's just do it. Because I have been wanting to play with these guys so bad, and we're going to use them to make some funky, like, Alice cards. Desiree, this must have been a double for Desiree. Must have been a double. I don't know about 3 because they need hair. I think I'm only going to be able to fit 2. Sorry, dude. What if we put a bullseye behind him? Let's do it. Be patient with me because I want to, I think I want to emboss this, but then I would have to mask, and no, we're not going to do all that. We are not going to do all of that. I know I want him in black or dark brown. What color for the bullseye? Y'all help me out. This is our paper. So what color for the bullseye? I don't feel like masking, but I might have to because we don't have a lot of space to work with. Looks like I'm going to have to mask these guys. Well, y'all work on telling me dark blue. Dark blue is a great idea. Now I'm going to probably be using my, how about we do a dark blue and like a maroon. Maroon and dark blue, because I think those will go with the paper pad I want to use. Looking for my ink. All right. This does not need to be a great impression. I just need to create a mask. That will do. Hi, Maddie. Bethany, you're so funny. My hubby and I have a really interesting arrangement when it comes to our finances. I've honestly never cleared a crafty financial purchase through him except for starting my business. It works for us. He's not one to be managed, and neither am I. So we manage ourselves and then we work together. That's how I could best describe it. Okay, we don't need to worry about his stash because it's going to be black, so it'll go over whatever color we put in the background. Like, we bank at separate banks. We're both on each other's account, but we just do our own thing. There's only a little bit of sticky on that. Oh, there's just enough, I think. So if y'all think I'm a wild card in crafting, I'm kind of a wild card in all ways. Just a little bit. It's so funny, but not at work. I am like the biggest rule follower and enforcer. I got ahead of it in some area of my life. I'm super organized, detailed, a rule follower, and enforcer. When I'm at work. Okay, I gotta go tell my robot to be quiet. She has the bus alarm going off. Hold on a second. I'll be back and we'll grab our colors. I'm thinking Uncharted Mariner, and I have to figure out what maroon I have. All right, I'm back. I got some water. Oh, you have, Reagan? Oh, good. I'm not alone. It just works for us. We've been that way since we first got married. We just split the bills, and the rest you just do whatever you want. Within reason. Not that I've ever been reasonable when it comes to purchasing craft supplies, but that's the idea. Okay, let me get aged mahogany. And I think, and I hope, I already have Uncharted Mariner out because my ink drawer is blocked by a stack of stuff, because my craft room could be described as messy piles right now. It's just messy piles. Good, it is on my desk. I don't know how I remember these kinds of things. These are the colors for our bullseye. And then we'll do our dudes in black. So here's what must be done. I have to stamp my guys first. Right, and then we'll put our mask on, and then we'll stamp the bullseye. So that's the order of operations. Let's do this. Okay. So dudes, my Mad Hatters. There it is. Found it. Gosh, that's probably TMI for the internet, but whatever. Such a big mouth. All right. So I'm going to stamp this guy down here. And he's never been stamped before, so I probably should have used the stamp positioning tool. It's all right. I'm just going to try to really let it kiss the paper here. Could always darken it later if I wanted to. So I like his nose. This dude will go right here. Okay, time for this guy. I like his eyebrows. Right, Dawn? Well, actually, that worked out. I'm glad my robot's alarm was on and working because I needed to get some water. So that worked out. In fact, I'm hydrating while I let this ink kiss the paper. Oh, wow, Vicky. See, I could never wrap my head around somebody else spending money in the same account, like, and me trying to manage that. I just could never wrap my head around the idea of that. Like, it just felt like that wasn't going to work for me. So I never even tried. Oh my gosh. Well, that is so sweet, Vicky. I love that. And if any of y'all know Dave Ramsey, right? I'm definitely the free spirit when it comes to that kind of stuff. When it comes to budgeting and money. That's my role in the relationship, the free spirit. But I'm trying to get better. And just like Kim said the other day, oh, saving money is fun. Okay, so I have my dude stamped. I have him covered with the Post-it. And now I can come in and stamp my bullseye because this is actually going to be the background. Well, that's good, Maddie. I have been. My husband doesn't need to enable me because I can't even get into my craft room. So there is no need for more because I enabled myself so much for so long. And, you know, I did work with brands for a little bit. Okay. Didn't quite get the full bullseye effect. I got a little bit of it right there because his hat's too high. Ideally, it would have been better if I had stamped him further down. But this is okay. This is gonna work. We're gonna make it work. This Uncharted Mariner is one of the most beautiful blues. I love it so much. I love the extra colors that Tim added to the line, like Scorched Timber and Uncharted Mariner. I'm going to stamp this bullseye higher. Now, what color is the Mad Hatter's hair? I mean, it can be any color, but I think it's just a bright red. It's orange. It's a bright orange. I think I'll color that in with my acrylic markers. There we go. Now, you could save these. Mine don't really have any sticky on them, but So I'll just put those with the stamp set, and I won't have to cut those out next time if I want to mask them. Again, you could color his hair with the colored pencils, with markers, whatever you want. I think I'm gonna do my acrylic markers, and I'm gonna use my Ohuhu because what are they? Arteza, they're way too transparent. Ooh, there's no bright orange. Shucks. This is as close as I can get. Oh, wait, there's one. Whew. Okay. Well, we might use them both. This is the Ohuhu acrylic markers. And these are very opaque. I love these markers. I know we're going to have to prime these because this is just not a color I reached for yet. Definitely going to have to prime these. Okay, so let's do that. So these are, you know, brand new, never been used acrylic markers. Oh, that one primed quickly. Okay, well, good to know. That took no time at all. Okay, that one primed quickly too. Good on you, markers. I think this one has been primed. Let me see if I can soak up some of that. And this one has not been primed, so let's prime it. I don't know how you're supposed to store these, but I store mine flat. And I'm just pushing down the nib to engage, basically to unstop it, you know, and let the paint come through. I think it's primed now. Yeah, it's primed. Okay. So we definitely want that darker orange. He is going to have some wild and crazy bright orange hair. Because ever since I saw the stamp set in the box, I thought, Mad Hatter. See, this is so opaque that I can even go over that black ink and it covers it very well. It's covering the aged mahogany. It's covering everything. It's just blending a little bit, almost too well with this pink over here. It really pops over here against the blue. I think, wondering if I should change his hair color over here. Our Mad Hatter can have any color of hair we want. I'm afraid that orange is just not going to show up that well on that side. So let's pull a different one. Let's do maybe this blue. And yes, it needs to be primed. Oh, it just doesn't take long with that fine tip. Cool. Hey, Kat. How's it going? You're getting ready to leave on your trip soon. Hope you have so much crafty fun with your friends. I love that you travel to craft with others. Yeah, this Mad Hatter is going to have blue hair. Do y'all think his chops should match his hair? Or should I leave him black? Right here? I don't know. Trying to imagine it. Yeah, the blue is working well. It has a nice, unique contrast. See, we don't have contrast here. That's what's missing. He might be extra mad. Let's see. I got some clean cloths. I washed my cloths this weekend. Yay. I think we might go blue on this guy too. Just because the orange is just getting too lost. Oh, I like it. Let's do one side blue and one side orange. He is mad after all. Okay. What do y'all think? Leave them black. Thank you, Maddie. Yeah, I guess I will leave that black with his mustache too. So many options. So many choices. And see, because I stamped this on blue, it's not going to give me the same effect. Just trying to imagine if his beard was, or his mustache was the same color as his hair. I think I'll leave him black. Let's color in the hats a little more. Yeah, y'all say black. Scrimp Mania, awesome. Vicky, I wish you were going to Paper Ganza. It would be so fun to meet you and see you there. I'm thinking about using this on the hat. Adding a little color. It's this like maroon color. Oh, magenta. It's magenta. I like it. Let's do a dark green. Do I have a dark green? Yes. Like this peacock kind of green. Ooh, it's primed for this guy. Oh my gosh, I have been wanting to play with these stamps. I'm so excited. This is so fun. Thanks, Des. All right. I love these guys. Now, let's cut them up. And I'm going to make them go with the Gilded Rose. This is going to be fun. just trying to center that a little more. So that is one guy, and I might make him pasty white. I might just do that. Oh, there. Cool. We have our Mad Hatters. Pasty white. Aww, I understand. Oh, you think I should color that side blue? I kind of like it that he looks completely mad. With one side of his hair being blue and one side of his hair being white. Do I want him to have a white face? I don't know. If white doesn't come out, we won't do that. It's kind of opaque, so I think it'll actually work. I mean, it's kind of transparent today. I don't know why. Let's add a little bit of... He's so pasty because he's always in the shop making hats. Just doesn't get enough sunshine. He only gets the sun when he comes out for some tea. This is very transparent. I don't know why. This white is usually not this transparent. Blend it out a little bit. Yeah, I like it with a little bit of white. It's very, very faint. That is kind of nice. I'm trying to dab it on, if you're wondering what I'm doing, to try to make it more opaque, but it's not really working. Okay, so if you're so inclined, I think I'm going to be live tomorrow and Friday, and that'll be it for this week. Tomorrow's not a guarantee. I'll try to be here for sure on Friday. Okay, I like it. It's very subtle. Oh, now he's looking speckled. Like a little speckled egg. Okay, that will work. It's hardly noticeable. It's probably a waste of time, but I can see a little bit of a difference. All right, let's make some cards. their paper is going to come later. I'm going to let them dry. They're going to chill out. We're going to go back to Easter. What time is it, Minnie? 7:39. Oh no. Hi, Yvette. Just playing around over here. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's do this. So, which one do I want for this one? This strip is not long enough for that portion, but this one would be, and they're really close. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to cut this down to about an inch. Let's do an inch. Let's do an inch and a half. I'm just baking this up. I'm following Kendra's card challenge, sketch number 13 for this. I want a piece that goes all the way across, and then we're going to put our little egg on top of that, like so. Get y'all over here. And then let's bring in the scraps. I put pink behind that. They're the same width. Pink or, ooh, I think I like the pink. It's same as that opera pink right there. All right, so we will mat it with this scrap. This is where we're headed. What are you up to, Yvette? What have you been doing? What are you working on? I know you've been doing more lives with Crafty Friends. Could measure, but why not torture myself with trying to eyeball it? Okay, that will work for me. Yay for scraps. Before I glue that down, I want to, something is wet on my desk. Oh, it's my big fat wet brush. Okay, it got my paper wet. Go here to here, like so. Yay! One down. Got one on the bus. I know that feeling. What a success. Way to go. Sparkle Heart doesn't know this yet. It's going to be a surprise. But she has not missed the bus once this year. My son missed the bus almost every day last year. And so she's going to get an end of school bonus. If she doesn't miss the bus, I'm going to give her $50 because her bus, her school is across town. It would be a 45 minute problem for me if I had to take her to school. And so, since that hasn't been a problem, I decided the other day I would surprise her with $50 at the beginning of summer as a thank you for not missing the school bus this year bonus. Oh, you're getting your craft room back in the house. Did I read that right? Let me read that again. Busy morning, my craft room back into the house. Oh, thanks, Kat. I'm not above bribery. See, I'm planting a seed. Because then she'll be like, maybe I want to be at the bus on time next year, too. I wish one of these was bigger, because I would put it in the background, have another layer. Let's play with this a little bit. Let's see what this looks like. So this piece isn't big enough to go and be the mat for the whole card, but it could be the mat for part of the card, and then this piece could come in. I like it. Let's do it. Let's go with that. Okay. So this is roughly based on, I need to make sure I shifted. Yeah, I need to make sure this is where I want it. Just go ahead and glue it together a little bit. I know, I guess I'm not in the mood to measure. So I'm not. You know, a lot of people don't make cards because they think it's just too many measurements and it's too fussy. So for those people, see, you don't have to measure and you don't have to be fussy. Hey, at least after all this time we've spent together this morning, we'll have at least one card. Oh, you were in the garage? Oh, were you getting moved into the garage temporarily? My daughter and son-in-law and grandbabies moved out. So I have two empty rooms again. Yay! I bet you miss them though. But it's also nice to have that space. Reclaim your craft room and not have freezing toes. Do you have a cozy sock collection now, Yvette? Cue the cozy sock collection for the crafter in the garage. Well, that's sweet. I was telling my kids this week that they can always come home at any age, anytime, no matter what. And they were like, yeah, we're good. Carmen was like, I'm moving to Europe. And Enzi is like, I'm moving out of state. Well, fine. But still, you can come home anytime. And if Carmen's moving to Europe, well, that's where I want to live. Oh my goodness. I want to live in Europe. I've been. It's lovely. All right. There we go. We made a card. Look at us. All this yapping, all this stuff, we finally got into the card making. It only took an hour. or I don't know. I don't even know how long I've been on here. Might have taken an hour and a half. This may be a long video. I don't really time myself. Okay, so there is that one. Loving that sketch. So fun. Let's do a couple more. I mean, we colored up all these images. I mean, we all have been here through all of this. Let's make another. I'm going to pick another sketch. Ooh, let's do sketch number 6. This one. We'll have some fun with that. Okay, so I think what I'll do is, let me get my card base out. Guys, I have been won over to this, fully invested in this paper trimmer Spellbinders. If you decide to discontinue it, I'm going to be very sad. Not that anybody from Spellbinders watches my channel, but still. Putting it out there to the universe. Don't mess around. I've fallen in love with this paper trimmer. Okay, so what I'm thinking, because I did want more of the flowers to show, is doing something like this. I kind of wanted to split it. If I split it, I'm only going to get 2 inches at the top and 2 inches at the bottom. Let's do it. Let's live life on the wild side here. Oh, good. They're not too far away. Well, that's good. And then this doesn't need to be, well, I'm not going to trim. I'm going to decide how I want to do this first before I make any more slices. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put flowers at the top and flowers at the bottom. This is going to be going here in the middle, and we are going to marry these pieces together and make it all make sense. We're going to force it all to make sense together, because right now that's not really looking like those belong together, but they do. Oh, they do. All right. Does this make them make sense? Kind of. Yeah. Okay, let's trim this down. And these other pieces. So I'm going to take this piece and trim it to 5 inches. And then I'm going to also trim these to 5 inches. I'm going to trim off these adorable blue flowers. Okay, that one. And that one. Okie dokie. I think what I'll do is have the flowers go over. It's not going to go over by much, but go over the wood pieces in this scenario. Then this is going to be popped up, and this is going to have, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then this is going to also have layers behind it. I don't want to put too many layers behind it, because then we won't be able to see the wood. You guys, it's like that fat paintbrush, that wet paintbrush touched everything. It's like came in contact with every piece of paper on my desk. Yes, this is what we're doing. Okay, cool. See, we did all the hard stuff at the, well, we haven't done anything hard, but the time-consuming stuff at the beginning. Now we're just going to breeze right through these cards, hopefully. So this Kinder's Card Challenge, I know I was talking about that earlier, but it's coming to an end. I can't believe we've been working with this for 3 months. Oh, what? Where does time go? I don't know. I hope I get to stay on the team, y'all. I love being on this team and making these cards. I hope she'll keep me around. This glue bottle needs to be worked on a little bit. So anyways, what I'm thinking about doing is going through and photographing like all of my #1 sketches, 2, 3, and photographing them or showing you guys what they look like, because like I've used the same sketches for 3 months, but they all are just so unique and different and wonderful. I haven't made an A2 card yet. They've all been 5x7 so far. So I love that too. Okay, hopefully that was enough to get this going again. Come on. Where is the holdup? Oh, I can. Sorry, this is really best done at a sink. I really need to run water through that needle to get the best results. Just trying to get through this video. Come on. Trying to see if I can force it out. Stop messing with me. Okay. Oh, you do? Oh, cool, Yvette. That's a good idea. Yeah, I just kind of want to see like all the #1s, all the #2s. Some of them I've done more than others. There were definitely sketches that I felt like, oh, man, I would not have come up with that. And I fell in love with them, like sketch #1. So I have a lot of sketch #1s. And I really love sketch which one did we just do? 13? Yeah, 13. And I loved #2. I'm looking, I've made this one actually quite a bit. #6. This is sketch #6. Yeah, I would say 1, 2, 6. Oh, I really like 10 and 7, 7 and 10. And then I like 13. Yeah, I like them all. I do, but those are the ones I think I've gravitated to more. I don't know if we'll make all these cards today, you guys. We might have to pick up where I leave off tomorrow, because I do need to get to work. I've got a job to do. Oh my goodness. My dog. She's gassy. So rude. All right. Oh, I love these papers together. Ugh. So these are all from Easter Blessings. We're going to put this one on top. We're going to put maybe just a thin strip of something because the sketch kind of calls for it. Oh, let's see if it can be a sentiment. I don't think so, though. So, where's my paper? I'm trying to finish up this paper pad. Yeah, I don't think that'll do. But let's just do this. Let's take this strip. We'll use the grass. And we're gonna fudge it. We're gonna make it look like it was long enough. Okay, so this is going down first. Thanks, Carmina. Okay. We're gonna cut this in half. We're gonna trick everybody. We're gonna make them think that's one long piece going across there. No, it's not. And we're gonna put that right on top. Yeah. Okay. I loved this detail about this sketch. I'm just eyeballing it. You can get a ruler out, a T ruler, and line it up if you want to. Like this. And go, yeah, that's a little too high. There we go. I can get close enough to make myself happy. So we'll put this on top and we'll move to the next sketch. The next one is the chocolate bunny. Oh, that's fun. It's kind of wild. Like, I will say that like these colors aren't like perfect from my focal point to these colors, but I still like it. It's a fun card. So I'm here for it. It's going to be just fine. And I do kind of like the idea of having a sentiment on it, but I'm going to move on. So there's our second one. Let's do another. The chocolate bunny is next. Let's do sketch number 3 for him because, well, it's easy. Not gonna lie. Okay, I think these are about the same. They are. Okay. Well, let's see how wide this is. Card base. We're gonna make this up. Hey, Ave. How's it going? We've been here all morning just doing mixed media cards. I'm combining the stamps that Desiree sent me with my papers, trying to use up my paper pads, making some Kendra's card sketches, playing with watercolor, just doing all the things. Hope you are well. Okay, so I think we're going to use this scrap as a focal point. Then we're going to use a little bit of this and the bunny. So let's see. This is 4.5, so I'm going to cut this to 6.5. Where are you at these days, Ave? Are you in Colorado with the grandbaby? Or are you in Florida with your craft room? Where are you at? What you up to? Trucking right along, Dawn. That's because Kendra already did all the hard work. I get to just, you know, sail right through these. It's a great thing about a sketch. Don't have to think about it. You already know it's going to be fabulous. Just follow the rules. I'm just turned it because there's a touch of blue up here and there's a touch of green down here. So my brain says sky and grass. Okay, now. I'm trying to decide if I want more blue on the card or if I think I want more of the orange. What a weird morning. I keep picking orange. I'm channeling my inner Mary. Okay. I'm going to do 2.5. So this strip just goes right over here. Let's see if we can find a scrap in the scrap bag. Hello, scrap bag. I think that it's just two, it's like the exact same width, which means it will not work. Too short, too narrow, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Ooh, that was a pretty piece, but I'm just thinking this the tiniest bit of a yellow border. Let's do that. What rules? You're right, Carmina. I don't know about any rules. Okay. This poor piece of paper has seen better days. Good thing I don't need much of it to show. And the yellow is like a really bold choice. I get that. But there's some boldness here. So I'm going to see if it kind of makes them all make sense together. Definitely makes it stand out. Okay, and then the bunny's going to go on here. I'm going to trim the bunny down a little bit. Just a little here and a little there. Let's see what that looks like. That's better. Same piece of yellow. I would normally never combine these colors from the this background, but I think it's gonna work. We're gonna pretend like it is. We're gonna go for it. Oh, that sounds fun, Dawn. Gosh, I think there's a lot going on in the card making world this weekend, isn't there? There's like a summit. I know Debbie J's in the summit. I was lurking in her live, and gosh, oh my gosh, I loved that Spellbinder small die of the month with the two dudes. Oh gosh. Hold on. With the back of the two dudes, and they're like fishing, but they can also be golfing. I love that die she was using. That was really cool. I told myself, like, I went, you know, it's like, it's only $15 a month. You got to subscribe, though. You can't skip months anymore. And really, I don't need a new subscription. So I already figured out how to kind of recreate it without a die in my head. How it will turn out, I don't know. But it gave me some ideas seeing her work with that. Okay, I'm just going to kind of line this up over here. And I'm going to pop this little dude right here. I'm going to put a piece of paper behind him. All those fabulous scraps from being a 5x7 card maker. I get all these fabulous scraps. They're so helpful. Okay, so I'm going to pop one of those right there, just to level it out. Good, I even did it on the right side. Oh, you are, Bethany? You're going to be in the summit as well? That's awesome. Dawn, how's it going playing with your big box of stuff that you got? Wow, we got it cleared out now. The glue bottle. Let's put it right there. Bethany, congratulations. The summits are a great opportunity for exposure and connection with lots of people. That is wonderful. Okay, so there is that one, you guys, and this one is loosely based off of sketch number 3. I just like that skinny panel. That's loosely based there off sketch number 3. All right, we have one more from the butterflies, and then we'll do the Mad Hatters. I don't want to come back to it tomorrow because, ooh, let's do sketch number 1. See, I always go back to sketch number 1. Let's do sketch number 1 here. Only I don't think this piece of paper is big enough. Shucks. Okay, hold on. Let me shop around all the sketches and see if there's a different one. Let's do 15. We'll do 15. Sketch number 15 looks like this. Okay? All right. I'm not going to have that semicircle, and I need to think about the height of my pieces real quick. I'm going to have to cut them this way so that they're longer. Okay, so let's do this. I am making this up as far as the dimension or the size. Let's do that. Grab a card base. Oh, it's your second one. Oh, cool. Well, I'm so happy for you, Bethany. What's her name? The Jolly Fat Elf? I think that's, I think she's going to be in it too. She's really excited as well. Lost my bone folder, y'all, and all this crafting. There she is. Need to put an alarm on some of my things. I need like a beeper. What were those things in like the 80s or 90s? Like when you fall, a life alert kind of thing. I need that for some of my craft supplies. Oh, I think this is kind of cool. Okay, I need to figure out what I want to do with my background. Thinking. And when I say background, I mean what goes behind the wood slices. And this is going to be over here. I kind of want some grunge back there. Ooh, I know what I want. What the other stamp set Desiree sent me. I mean, she sent me more than, not this one. This one's a good one, but not this one. I knew I'd use them a lot, so I kept them on my desk. The thing is where is it? My desk is large and in charge and full of stuff right now. There she is. All right. And it may cause a craft-a-lanch, but I want this one. I want this one, and I might even use this. And we need to pick a color. Ooh, this could be a little wild. Let's use aged mahogany and scorched timber. Let's be bold in our choices today. It's only paper. Okay. If you're wondering what this one's called, it's called Exquisite. The stamp set comes with 2 text and a flower. Oh, Beth, I did not. You want to know where those dresses came from? I will figure it out for you. I'll figure it out for everyone, but I will go in and figure that out. I'm going to have to go through my printables. We're going to do a partial stamping over here and fill in the background, even though I don't think you'll really see much of it. Ooh, it's so exquisite. I'm gonna Yeah, that goes that way. Okay. Clean, 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 clean. And there we go. Oh, Beth. So you were like loving those knitting needle covers for your glue bottle. And I ordered some. Where are they? Here they are. Well, I fell for the kitties. The little kitty paws. And I love this calico one. But it's too big. Like, I can't imagine. Look how big that hole is. I can't imagine that that's going to keep my glue bottle from clogging. I mean, we've already seen the problems I'm having here today. So I guess I'm going to stick to these. And I love the dangles. I was going to have to figure out also a way to tie on my Gloria bling to my glue bottle, which I might still all figure all these things out, but I'm not ready right now. Okay. We have a background. Gosh, that's a beautiful card right there. You could just stamp out that. We're going to have to do this again. Like, I could imagine, like, you could do the flowers in different colors of the seasons, and it's just so pretty. It really is exquisite. Okay. But we're going to cover a lot of that up with these pieces. Sorry, it's just what the sketch calls for. And then we're going to put this right here. Something like that. The little pink ones. Yeah, see, I fell for the kitty paws. I didn't get the one. I saw the ones that you have. I was like, oh, there's the ones that Beth have. Oh, but look at the kitty paws. And I got the kitty paws. And then they came in and I was like, no, that will not do. I'm going to put a little more space between these, I think. And I'm going to take one out. Yes. Okay. Because I want to see more of those exquisite flowers back there. And this is the fun of a sketch, because I would not go this route if I was not following a sketch. So like Craft Roulette gets us to make cards we normally wouldn't make, so do following sketches. And for all of you who don't make cards but you junk journal, you're probably not watching this video anymore, but you could totally do this with your journaling pages. I really need to get back to that. Inspiring people to use sketches for their journal pages. Okay. I didn't follow it exactly. In the sketch, they're a lot more lined up over here and more densely packed and closer together. And then there's a circle over here, but I didn't follow it exactly. Look, we've already been here hours. I'm going to sew this. Why not? I'm already an hour later than I wanted to be. And my dog just agreed. She's like, yeah. Which side? We're right in the center. The center is so predictable, but I don't really mind it because the background is so unpredictable. I think we'll just do the center. Oh, Mary, don't you worry. I have been on since 6. This is like the longest live, but we're having lots of fun. Hope you got some good sleep. It's still early in the morning for you. On which one, Paula? You were thinking I needed orange in the background on this one? This color? Or on here? Probably. That probably would have been a better choice than the aged mahogany, but I don't mind it. It is, like, I think it's good. It's just really funky. But there it is. Okay, we have the Mad Hatters last. That is the last thing. So let's get those dudes back out. They have not been forgotten. And now I need a completely different paper pad. Okay, let's put Easter Blessings back up. I'm getting closer to smashing it. Okay, and let's get, I want to get the Gilded Rose out. And maybe a little bit from, I want Gilded Rose, and I think I want a little bit from Page Turner. I think I want the Masterboard page. I wasn't going to restock this, and then it just started selling, and it sold out, and I restocked it, and now it keeps selling. So I'm glad I restocked it. And I want to play with it more. I don't feel like I've played with it enough either. So let's get some book page from there. And let's get some Gilded Rose. I know I only have 3 full sheets of this one left. And a whole bunch of little pieces. Oh, there's some book page too. I've obviously combined. Okay. Let's take these, turn the bead around. Ooh, fun. Okay. Let's figure out how the Mad Hatter fits into this equation with the roses and with the Gilded Rose. Ooh, I kind of like him with that marble. And the blue, good choice, you guys. And the dark blue. Yeah, he goes with that. Okay. Now, let's get our other dude. I know he's buried under paper right now. Here we go. Let's see where we want him to go. Can he go with the flowers? He could go with those flowers pretty well. Ooh, he looks really good with the purple peonies. Okay. Okay. I think these are their papers. Now, let's also grab this piece. Okay, so I think I'm down to 1 full sheet, a half sheet. Oh, there's some more paper. That's right. And then we may use that. So I think I'm down to 1 full sheet of this and these little extras. And we may end up using like A couple of those labels might come into use in this card. We might use the stars. I love that purple little piece. It's kind of like a stamp. Just want to throw everything at it, obviously. Let's see where we go. Let's pick a sketch. These are going to be all the extras for now. Running out of space. These are our two dudes, our two Mad Hatters. Let's pick a sketch for them. Sketch 10. I love sketch 10. See, I do have certain sketches that I just keep going back to. So we're going to do 10. Oh, they come in different sizes for different knitting needles. Vicki, you were working on the Gilded Rose? Aww. I hope you had fun with it. Okay. So sketch 10. The long pause was so I could figure out dimensions for a 5x7. Because that's the thing, I can't follow. I could follow the A2, and sometimes I do, but this is a 4x6. I am gonna split it that way. Okay, and this will be cool because we will see more of the paper this way. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let me put this one to the side for now. We're just going to work on this dude right now. And we need the background. I'm going to use, I think, this for my background. Whoa, that's pretty wild. Let's cut it down and see if I like it. I don't know if I do, to be honest. What's on the other side? No, that's way too wild. Hold on. I know some of these things might not make sense. No, that's too much. Okay, well, we'll stick with that for now. I think we can work it out. I want more of this book page. So I'm going to cut this down to 5x7. I think if we mat some things, we might be able to bring this together. Let's just see if we can make it all make sense. Sometimes a challenge when you're mixing these different pieces. Not bad. I think what I don't like is how big these are. But I don't think I can change it at this point either. The one way I could change it is if I take something across the whole area, then I could cut it down. But then that changes the look altogether. Let's leave it like this for now. Let's work on matting this guy. And I think I want a neutral to mat him. Oh, I think I went black. Yeah, I do. That is going to help. I'm going to tell myself that anyways. We're going kind of sideways here. We started off strong. We're going kind of sideways. I've probably been live too long. Okay, but we're going to do it anyways. So the train has gone off the tracks. Oh, I like that. Okay. I'm going to stitch this on too. I'll be right here in the room with you, but I'm going to stitch this on. Beth, I want your fancy sewing machine. It makes all those fancy stitches. I just love them. Mine doesn't do that. It's so basic. She's basic. Okay. What do y'all think? Have I gone mad? Am I the Mad Hatter? We are going to bring in an Alice sentiment so that people know this is the Mad Hatter. So let me grab that. Curiouser and curiouser. It's all fun and games until someone loses their head. You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's hard because there's a lot of good sentiments. I do kind of like curiouser and curiouser. Let me grab a 5x7 scrap. And what I mean by that is my cutoffs from when I cut my bases. This one's certainly big enough, but let me grab a more narrow one. Less cutting for me. I get 2 scraps when I cut my 5x7 bases. And perfect. Keep these because then you don't have to waste a perfectly large piece of cardstock to get a sentiment. Oh, it's a brother. I love it. It makes fancy stitches, Beth. I love all your fancy stitches. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Maddie and Rose just live on my desk. This is what I'm talking about. This is Beth's journal. Oh, let's not get ink on it. And she has all these fancy stitches in it. See? Look at this. I want to be able to do that. I love this whirly, like swirly bit too. And I like that. I like all of them. But I love the leaf. The leaf is definitely my favorite. Okay. Curiouser and curiouser. Yes. I will probably need another one of those for the next card. Just go ahead and stamp it out. And if I don't use it, no big deal. I'll just put it back with the stamp set and it'll be there waiting for me to use it again. Oh, you have? Yeah. How many stitches, Beth, does your machine do? Just out of curiosity. Curiouser and curiouser wants to know. All right. So, just for funsies, let's scuff this up. Oh my gosh, this is the longest card making live ever. Whatever. This is how long it takes, right? Sure, Reagan. I have no problem with that. In fact, Dawn, if you're up for it and you want to add Reagan, a link to Reagan's channel, I'm absolutely, I am in full support of other crafters. No problem with that at all. Okay. Yes, this makes a mess. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is a long one. I was watching Dee Dee's replay the other day, and she had a long video too. And at the end, she was just like, she always does a giveaway. She's so sweet. And she was like, oh my gosh, that was difficult. That was exhausting. It's like, I get it. I can relate. So relatable. I would love to do giveaways. I just can't keep up with that kind of like, I'm terrible at mailing things. Like I need to mail packages and it takes me forever. Not for my business. That's easy because y'all order something and it is so easy. It's the personal mail that's hard because I have to go into another program, enter everything manually, weigh, measure. I don't have to do any of that for my business. Oh, it's not moving. Not even a tad. Okay, whatever. All right, let's glue this down. One more. Do y'all have it in your tank? Do I have it in my tank? We've got one more card to make. I'm going to bump this up just a little bit because we're going to have that sentiment down at the bottom. Yes, this card is pretty wild. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Oh, good. Thanks, Kim. One more card. That's it, I promise. It's going to be just as wild as this one. I guess the good news is for those who come back and the replay crew, if they step away before the end, they will have seen the most sane cards. Okay. Let's put it on a card base. Oh, you're definitely not the only one, Rachel. How you doing? I'm so terrible. In my heart, I want to send everybody cards all the time. In reality, I'm a month late for birthdays. I think there are many of us, like lots of us like that, but I might be the worst. Well, as weird as it is, that's our card for today. If I didn't already have it glued down, I would probably, I think what would fix this card for me, to be honest, is if I did a little ink blending around the Mad Hatter piece. If I did a little bit of ink blending there, I think I would be happier with it, but it's too late. This will be somebody's favorite card. Doesn't have to be mine. It'll be somebody else's favorite card. All right, and there it is. Another one done. Now, this one's going to probably be just as strange, so just embrace it now. But I love him with these peonies. Let's try that theory of, I think I'll like it better if I ink blend around it with some brown. Yeah, I do like it better that way. Because it brings like a vintage vibe to it. I don't know, it just kind of makes it make sense. It's so weird. It's such a small detail, but it makes it make sense in my brain. I think we're just going to do something to that effect. Yeah, it's wild. I'm going to look at it. Yeah, it's a wild one. I think I want somewhere this range. I'm gonna go ahead and do another full panel too. I'm doing a 5x7. Which means I just have to cut an inch off one side and the bottom. Okay. And then this is obviously going to get ink blended. You guys, we might have to go back and ink blend on that other card. We're going to figure it out. Hey, Shay. Hey, Beckon. How are y'all doing? My watch says it's time to stand. Yeah, it's also time to go. Nah. I might cut this whole star out and go, nah, but we'll see. You guys, for those of you just tuning in, welcome to the wild side of this very long live. We're making the last 2 cards. We've made 4 Easter cards that were relatively normal, and now we're making 2 kind of wild Mad Hatter cards. The star might actually work. Okay. I kind of want 2 little brads. Tie it all together. Those are jingle bells. I need to label my drawer where I keep my little mini brads because I struggle to find them. Now I'm just opening every drawer. Let's see. I've got some different brads. Oh, there they are. I have to reach over you guys. Oh, those aren't it. Okay, well, we're just going to use regular these. Try not to bump into you guys, because that makes the camera shake. Okay. Whew. I'm thinking of attaching this sentiment onto this card with these brads. Oh, really? Awesome. I love Alice. I read the book recently, all in one sitting, all in one day. I mean, it's a quick read, so it's not like that was a major feat or anything, but I just sat down and from cover to cover read Alice in Wonderland. Because I love to craft Alice, and so it felt appropriate. I haven't read it in a really long time, so it was nice to read it again. Looking for my pokey tool. I don't know where it is. I haven't used it in a while, so now it's missing. Anything to make this live go even longer, right? Huh. It's a mystery. This one will work. This is from Sarah. Sarah Johnson makes beautiful things and sells them on Etsy. It's like, I know I had brads. There we go. Oh, I should have, whatever. I should have actually put it through the card, but that's okay. We'll just attach it. Bye, Esther. It's been a long one. I'm so impressed you could hang out with us so long this morning. Thanks for being here. Have an awesome day. Hi to Mom. All right. Hugs and hellos to Mom. Why are you using foam tape? I don't know. I don't have a reason. I'm just using foam tape. Oh, I like it. I like it with foam tape. That was a good choice. Now I think I'll put foam tape on this too. Pop all of it up. I promise we're almost done, you guys. Almost there. I was not planning on having a marathon today. Not even in the slightest. But I think because I was so sick yesterday, it's just nice to be able to craft, not be sick, not be at work, although that's exactly where I'm headed for the rest of the day. Okay. Cool. So weird, but cool. I like it. I think I might use a little scorched timber around this edge. Not too much. Just a dab. Yeah. I'm turning into a distress on the edges kind of girl. It's only taken me, I don't know, 8 years. I hear you, bird. I know. Okay. Oh, my stars. Speaking of stars. You guys, my son is 4 days late imaging my D-stash. I told him I'll pay you if you'll just image all these stamps for me so I can get rid of them and sell them on my website. And he still hasn't done it. So guess what? Little sis is coming in. She's like, that's cool. I'll do it. I'll make the money. So I think my stamps will get imaged today. It's going to be a whole process. I'm going to keep, look, when I do my D-stash on my website, I'm not going to like write up a big long description or do anything significant. It's going to go like this. It's going to be a stamp set. You're going to see a picture of it. They're all gently used. Some of them hardly ever used, never used, whatever. And they'll be $5 each for my stamp sets. And if it has a coordinating die, it's $10. Plain and simple. So I'm going to be keeping it. Oh, you like it, Dawn? Thanks. I'm going to be keeping it super simple for you and for me. Mainly for me. Sorry. I need to go through all my Stampin' Up. I have 2 shelves of Stampin' Up. And I need to go through those too. So it's going to be big. It's going to be big. Big D stash. It's probably going to take a while. I might have to go in phases. But I'm going to reclaim my craft room by just getting rid of stuff. It's going to be awesome. Okay. I don't know about the stars. Maybe the stars are a bad idea, but they're on there. I think the card is pretty wild anyways. So is what it is. My glue bottle got unstopped. That's cool. Okay. There we go. Let me put it on a card base so we can call it a card. That actually, I think, would be a pretty cool journal cover. Like, I think it's just kind of crazy and kooky enough to be a great Alice in Wonderland, like, journal cover. Simple is good. The thing is I keep all the original packaging to my stuff. So you're going to know who made it because it's going to be in the picture. You're going to see all the original packaging. You'll see the stamps. And if you want it, you can buy it for $5. It's very simple. It needs to go to a good home. They need to be used. They need to be loved. They, you know, there's no point in it living in my craft room without being touched or any plans to touch it and use it. And in this economy, I'd rather y'all have like a really good deal. So regardless of what I paid for it, it's just going to be $5. All right. Here we are. We did it. Wow. What a marathon. I am so proud of each and every one of you for sitting through that. So here's the version ink blended. Here's the version not ink blended. Do you see the difference of what I'm saying? Like the ink blending makes it make a little more sense in my brain anyways than the non-ink blended. I'm just saying. So what if I try to fix that a little bit? Do that better. Gotta divide all my threads here. There we go. I have to cover up the black on this because it's distress oxide, so it will go on top of that black paper. If it was a dye ink without pigment, it wouldn't, but it is a mixture of pigment and dye ink, so it will discolor my black cardstock if I don't cover it up. And I don't want that. Oh, my stomach's growling. Making it work over here. All right. Bam. I like it so much better. So worth it. Right? I like replays. I like watching a replay of a live. Okay, so there is our 2 Mad Hatters. I seriously done now. So these are done. Calling it done. I like the stars now. As I look through my camera, yeah, I like them. Bye, Jennifer. Have a wonderful day at the gym. You were here at the... I'm very impressed. Very impressed. And I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. You did make it to the end. I'm just going to show these. So before the Mad Hatters, we did 4 Easter cards. I don't even remember the numbers of the sketches. This one's... I don't think so. This is 15. I think this was 6. These are Kinder's Card Challenge sketches that I ended up using. No, this is 3 and this is 15. And I used the stamps, the Easter blueprints that Desiree had sent me. And then this is sketch 13 and this is sketch 6, I think. Yeah, this is sketch 6. So there are the 6 cards that we made in this marathon of a video. Thank you for spending your time with me. I know you could be anywhere, and the fact that you're here with me blows my mind and warms my heart and cheers me up. Thank you so much. I hope you were able to enjoy it and get something from it, some inspiration, some community from everyone in the chat, you beautiful chatterbox that I love so much. Hey Paula, how you doing? So good to see you. Oh, Barbados. I haven't been to Barbados yet. My husband's from Jamaica. There's still a lot of the Caribbean I need to see. I want to go to Cuba so bad. Okay. I've just been to the Bahamas and Jamaica so far. I want to go to Trinidad and Guyana. Okay, well, anyways. Oh, I would, Paula. I would look you up in advance. So there's the 4 Easter cards, and then here are the 2 Mad Hatters. So that's what we did today. It was a whole lot of fun. We did watercolor in the beginning because we watercolored all of these backgrounds, and then we stamped and colored, and then we turned it all into cards. Oh, this is Kinder's Card Challenge sketch. This is number 10, and this is just me doing whatever, just trying to get you guys your time back, get your day back for you. All right, I love you guys so much. Hi Debbie. Thank you for everything. If you've been here for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or hours and hours and hours, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have an awesome day. I don't even know if you'll want to see me tomorrow after this live taking so much time, but I will definitely be back on Friday for sure, for sure. All right. Hugs to you all. Love to you all. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye.